Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets, what's happening with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has gone up finally. It's past that 5,500 that we've been hoping for the last couple of weeks. It's finally passed it. Hopefully it's on its way to 6,000, but we'll need to wait and see. We'll be looking at some news stories, looking at charts and talking to you as well. So I'm just going to see if we're live. And I've been decorating, we were decorating this office last night until 11 o'clock last night, and it still needs decorated. So we're doing lots to the office, doing lots to the house. So everything's in a bit of a mess just now, but it's looking much better. It's starting to look good. So you can probably see the wall behind me has been painted. So we need to strip back all the kind of paint and everything for the windows and maybe replace the window as well, because it's the old sash windows which are beautiful, so I might restore it. But I'll do that myself. So that's what I've been doing, and that's why I'm in a bit of a kind of rush today. Okay, and let's see if we're live. We're live. Excellent. Got a few people in, so just jump over to the chat area just now. We have Stephen King in the house. We have Richard Cooper, Mighty Locks, James Oklahoma, one of our Brown admins is in, Brundle25, IoT Financial, Marcus Jafari, Slim Shady, Mac Pollen, Adeb Vin is in. Welcome to you, one of our Brown admins as well. Good to see you here. Crypto Cat is in the house. Morning to you. Gordy Boy, Mitch Dieter, Jason Hansen as well. Good night and good morning, my friend from Midwest US. Thank you for your efforts and your time and energy. Respect, my friend. You as well, Jason. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it, buddy. And thanks for the compliment. Really appreciate that as well. Rob UK, one of our Brown admins, is in as well. Good to see you here, buddy. HXRP Hannah's in. Coffee time, yes, my coffee time as well. So if you like these videos, go down to the like button and hit that like button just now. And if you're in watching just now and you've not commented, just put a comment in the comments box just now, just to say hi, just so we get to know who you are. Andreas is in, B is in, Smart People is in the house as well. Okay, let's look at the market. Excited to look at the market. Calv45 has joined us. So the market overall, we'll just refresh that just now. We have $185 billion. So it's back up again to 185 billion. Bitcoin has gone up to 5,570 and is climbing, which is brilliant to see. We've been saying this for a couple of weeks, or I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. It looks as if it's going to go up to that 5,500. Finally broke through it. Next step we're looking to take is to go up to 6,000 psychological level, then 6,200. But we'll take a look at the Bitcoin chart after. So it's up 5%. Bitcoin dominance up to 53.2%. You can imagine a lot of people thinking, oh, we'll sell up our alts to get into Bitcoin if Bitcoin is going to go up, if it's going to go on a run. So that's what a lot of people are doing. So the alts are down, or some of them are down, and Bitcoin dominance has gone up because of that as well. So understandable. Who's the winners and losers? Digex DAO is up 22.64%, and it was a lot higher than that, so that's done fantastic. Icon is up 11.95%. Tezos is up 11.14%. Cardano has jumped up 9%, which is brilliant to see. Aeon is up 8.55%. Elf, FaceChain, Nulls, Nebulas, Bitcoin Diamond, Verge are all up as well. Who is the losers? Maxmine Coin down 9%. Digitex Futures down. They've had a brilliant run, and they're up to 10 cents just now, which is fantastic. Kryptonex is down. MadeSafe Coin, Basic Attention Token, Arc, Theta, Elastos, Engine Coin as well, all down. So we've got about, what's that, about 30% in the red, 60% or 70% in the green. Yeah, about that. Okay, so we'll jump over to all of the cryptocurrencies. We've now got 2,132 cryptocurrencies. Postcoin has jumped up 982%. Postcoin on volume of 421,000. That can't be right. Surely. That says 207,000 volume. Circulating supply is 29 billion. Total supply is 31 billion. It's jumped up. So I'll need to check that out because I have some Postcoin. So I need to, and I didn't expect it to ever go up to be honest. But it's jumped up 401%, 411%. And it's still not recording BTC value or ETH value, so that's how low it is. So I'll need to check that out and check my holdings, because I've got a few million of them I bought on a whim. So we'll need to wait and see. With that, Postcoins, that's Commerce Data Connection is up again, 537% on 15,000 volume. So that's done that a couple of times. Symmetry is up 366% on 11,000 volume, not that much. Safe is up 8 to 2.55% on 229,000 volume. Market cap 53 million already. Market cap of Postcoin, by the way, 96,000. Bitball is up 75% on 1.6 million volume. What's the other low? Mainstream for the underground, that's been up there a couple of times as well, up 59% again. Breakout Stake is up 53%, and I'm just going at the very low market cap ones. APR coin up 47%. It's good to look at that, good to see that, to catch some hidden gems there. Rendo Holland is in the house, welcome to you. Mike's KM is in. The Stormkeeper is in as well. Njambi K is in. Mervyn Skidmore. Why is my chat not shown on Steve's screen? Although I can think of a million reasons. Mervyn Skidmore. This is the first one I've seen. Mervyn. Hopefully it does. It looks okay. Crypto Don Juan is in the house. Welcome to you, buddy. Good to see you here. I dominated the air and chips bag is in. Good morning to you. And does YouTube have a pirate filter? CryptoCat had a guy last night in Telegram, apparently sold his house 120k and put it on to BTT when it was at its highest price. Nightmare. Oh, that'd be a nightmare if that's true. David Schwartz is in as well. Good to see you here, buddy, as well. Okay, so let's look at Crypto Bubbles as well. Crypto Bubbles over the last hour has kind of turned green. It was a wee bit red, but it's now turned green again, which is good. BTS. BitShares is up 3.09% in the last hour. It's good to see. PundyX is up 1.76%. Ethereum Classic 2.4% in the last hour. BAT started moving back up again. Maximind still down. Digitex down as well. They've had a brilliant run, so I expect a little bit of a pullback as well. Nano is starting to move. Litecoin going back up. BNB going back up again. They've had a brilliant run. $23.91. I'm looking at them over the past day. So like on the past day, you can see we're green here. So this gives you an overview of what the market is doing and how the market is looking. So DigiXD, obviously the big green one there. ICX, another big green one. XTZ, Cardano. But a lot of them in the green here over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin itself, big bubble, 5.1%, 10% on the week for Bitcoin, which is fantastic. Imagine that in the stock market. Just the noise that would make in the stock market if the stock market was up 10% in a week. So looking good just now, still looking in the green, still feeling green today. And looking better. So we're going to jump over to the Bitcoin chart. $5,547. Now we kind of initially put, I'll just go to the daily. So you can see here there's resistance around about this level at 5,500. That kind of proved to be the case, kind of came back down. But it could be that it's come back down and then shoots through that. Next resistance being 6,200, or really the next resistance is the psychological barrier of 6,000. That is a big barrier for a lot of people. So because it's psychological, these round numbers, psychological numbers are always big, especially 6,000 as well for Bitcoin. So if we can break through that, then it's bullish. It's confirmed bullish, I would say. If it breaks through $6,000 and $6,200, then it's confirmed bullish, and a lot of people are going to jump in at that point. And you might be asking, why would people not jump in just now? Because it's not been confirmed bullish. Everybody's still on a bit of kind of tenterhooks, thinking, is it going to go back down? But if it passes through that and stays above that, then that's when the trader's going to start thinking, right, time to get into Bitcoin again. and buy big time, and then it's going to jump up from 6,200, and then it'll be bullish from there. It'll be in bullish territory. At the moment, it's still not in bullish territory, so we're kind of taking a chance buying it. We've been taking a chance since 3,300, since it's almost doubled. But this is what we do as traders as well. We take a chance, but we minimise our risk as well by putting that 5% stop loss on, or the 10%, whatever you're comfortable with. So we're at 5,554. Where's it going to go from here? Well, kind of needs to stay above this 5,600-ish level. If it stays above that, then we're going on to the next level of 6,000. Now, could it break down from here? Of course it could. Of course it could break down from here, so we have to be cautious. Cautiously optimistic is what I would be kind of thinking just now. That's what I'm thinking just now, cautiously optimistic. But I'm definitely more of an optimist than a pessimist, and I do still think it's going to go up. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. It has to get past that 5,500. It has now, up to 6,000, up to 6,200, and then what's going to happen from there is anybody's guess, because we're in bull territory then. The bulls have taken over if we can get up to then. Hopefully that is going to be the case. Okay, we'll look at some Binance coins. What's happening just now on Binance, and then we'll go to some news. So AST is up 20% just now. It's diving up just now. This is on the 4 hour. On the daily, just crossing over on the daily. So looking good for AST. I believe I called down the premium group. I can't remember when. Did I? Calls. And I'm okay to show this. And did I do AST? No, it must have been last month. Nope. Yeah, it must have been last month. So AST is up 22%. It's looking good. Digix Dow is still up just now, but it's kind of got a slight pullback. ICX still going up as well, but there'll be a slight pullback on that as well. So we're going to see less. I think what's going to happen with the alts, you're going to see one or two pumping quite hard, like AST. You're going to see that kind of happening quite a lot, but a lot of them are just going to stay where they are or go down from here as well. Who's kind of losing? IoTex, they've gone down, and they did have a good run up. They had a good run up to 343, so a slight pullback there. Well, kind of big pullback there. TNB, big run up as well. The spikes. TNB tends to spike, so good opportunity to maybe buy from here. But although the Bitcoin price is going shooting up, but it tends to spike. We can see these spikes, and if we kind of join them up together, we can see the next spike should be, if we look at it and it kind of follows suit, it should go up past 200 for the next spike of IoTex, TNB, sorry. Fetch AI was starting to move, but it came back down again, which is a shame. QKC, Quockchain. I like the look of QKC, so what's going to happen now is they're also going to start dropping, and a lot of them are going to look really, really attractive, and that's when you're going to see the big spikes up. QKC, I think, is one of them. ENG had a big spike up as well, and it's coming back down. It's 100% retracement, nearly 100% retracement, so it could be a good one, and that's going to spike as well once BTC settles. But you're going to get a lot of the alts dropping. A lot of people say, well, when Bitcoin goes down, the alts go down. When Bitcoin goes up, the alts go down. But there's a middle ground. So when Bitcoin stabilizes, that's when the alts start to move. So that's kind of what's happening just now. Because Bitcoin is going to go up, the alts are going to go down. But for me, I'm holding the alts that I've got. I'm not going into Bitcoin just now, because I want to trade for more Bitcoin, obviously. So nothing standing out there just now apart from AST. So AirSwap is really kind of going for it just now. So I think we're going to see more of that. There's going to be one or two coins that really go for it. And if you're in one of them, that's good. Just have a look at Seller just now. I know they were down kind of big time because of the Bitcoin shoot up. Yeah, they went down to 311. Satoshi I'm still holding. seller network. I think they're going to go up eventually, so I'm not worried about holding for a few more months if I have to. But once it doubles from here, I'll just sell out and go into the next one. So I'm not really worried about selling. But I'm not accumulating it either. XRP we'll have a look at as well. XRP down below 6,000. So there's a kind of news story out today about JP Morgan looking to expand its blockchain project as well. That's not going to help XRP as well. But I still think XRP are just going to jump up. And to be honest, a lot of people are calling it blind faith. It kind of is. It's just that gut feeling that it's going to jump up. So I'm just accumulating. Just now, with all the dips, I'm just going to accumulate. So that's my kind of strategy for XRP just now. It's not going to disappear. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's certainly not going to disappear. It's too big to kind of disappear. And there's going to be news stories coming out soon that it's just going to make it skyrocket. I believe that's in my opinion. Don't take that as financial advice. Okay, we'll just jump back to chat. We haven't skipped more, maybe because my hearties. Oh well, morning. Is BAT going to do anything? Well, BAT's coming down just now, obviously with this big run up. But there's more kind of stories coming out. The Brave browser is going to be updating today. There's a major kind of update on the Brave browser. And I think you're going to start earning rewards, so that's coming out today as well. Steve, can you look at VIB and ENJ, please? I will do. Honest Crypto Journey, is in? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you had a great Easter. Brilliant Easter. We had the best weather ever. We had the hottest Easter weekend ever recorded in Scotland. And it was just stunning. It was amazing. So it was brilliant. CryptoCat AO just jumped to 9.5%. See, the exchange coins are going to do brilliant, and Aurora coin is doing brilliant as well. Has it been higher? Yes, it has been much higher. Well, not much higher, but yeah, the exchange coins are doing really well. Right, Aurora chain. Need a bit of applications, but team strives to allow businesses from disparate. Big supply of underlying currency, speed and functionality. So I want to look at some of the HT Huobi token. 121. KCS, this is the exchange coins. Still a lot to go for KuCoin. I think KuCoin and Huobi token represents really good ones. There's a few others as well that are just coming out. Right, we was asked to look at, so 5,541 for Bitcoin. Right, okay, what was asked to look at? VIB. Vibrate. So what's happening with Vibrate? Obviously a big spike up to 1550. Nobody would have bought there, hopefully. Come right back down, 100% retracement. Not 100% retracement since a crossover. 100% would represent 638, but coming down to as low as 641, so near enough 100% retracement, and kind of bounce back up. So we could see another jump for VIP just now, but with Bitcoin doing what it's doing, I would kind of hold on VIP or Vibrate just now. But it might bounce off the 50 EMA on the hourly. It certainly bounced from 771 up to 8, well it's just jumped up to 800. So it could bounce off the 50 EMA from here. It looks as if it wants to do that. So it's still above on the hourly. So it would be a 50-50 for me. I don't know if I would go in this one just now. It would be a kind of hold and wait and see. But it seems to want to jump up. We've got three big green candles there. We've got a big kind of spike there with the kind of pullback as well on the same hourly candle, which is not a good sign. So we've got a big wick there. So a big wick, and obviously this is green, big wick would represent maybe a change in the direction of it to me. So I would kind of hold on that if you're looking to get in. But for longer term, obviously, it's still looking okay. If we see the kind of chart there and look at the bigger picture, it looks okay for Vibrate just now. It's on the kind of upward slope here. So hopefully keep on going up, and you're going to get these spikes up and down as well if you're holding just now. And the other one you're looking at, Engine Coin. Coming down just now, so this could be a good opportunity to get back in. 3215 for Engine Coin, but it's on the downward slope at the moment. What's it on the hourly? So I wouldn't touch it just now. I'd wait and see. If you're looking to get back in, I'd wait and see, and even look at the 15-minute chart to look for a buy back in. So waiting the 70 EMA crossing over the 50 EMA on the 15-minute chart if you're looking to get back in. If you're holding just now, then I would have no hesitation holding Engine Coin just now. So 3215 at the moment. We've got long-term support 18. It's around about the 1900 level. We've got long-term support there. You've got some sort of kind of support here. We'll move this down. Round about here at 2917. So if it went below 2917, if you're holding for the short term, then I'd maybe look at selling just below that, maybe 2800 if it continues to go down. And that's probably because Bitcoin is going up. But yeah, it might be a good opportunity to buy, but again, it'd be a wait and see kind of what happens just now. But did bounce up from 3142 back up to where it is just now at 3215. Peggy Johnson, hi Steve, can't wait to get back to Scotland. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, it's been beautiful. It's been absolute. See, if Scotland had the weather, you'd never need to go anywhere. You'd never need to travel abroad because it's so beautiful. It's just when it's kind of raining all the time. And it's not raining all the time, it gets a bad rap. But it's just kind of cloudy and we don't get a good summer and stuff like that. But the last few days have been stunning. We went to Glasgow University grounds as well just to take the dog for a walk for a couple of hours yesterday before we kind of got into decorating. It was absolutely stunning. It's like the scene from Harry Potter. I know when they first get to Hogwarts and you see it kind of panning in, zooming in. That's what Glasgow University is like. We're part of Glasgow University. And it's just where we stay as well. It's just around the corner from where we stay. And it's just absolutely stunning. The architecture is just amazing. And just with the sunlight and everybody kind of walking about, it was just brilliant. Anyway, XRP looking great. We've seen this before. Even my parents are holding. Big shout out to the crypto pensioners from me. Big shout out to the crypto pensioners, yeah, from me, definitely. So we'll look at XRP just now on the charts. I know we kind of looked at it on Binance, but we'll look at it on the charts just now. So from a from a chartist point of view, from a TA point of view, there's no way you'd get in. And I've been saying this for ages. You wouldn't get in. You wouldn't be buying in at these prices. But the one thing I keep saying about XRP is if we look here, this is on the daily. So cross down on the daily, 8,477. It's going down, it's going down. You wouldn't buy, you wouldn't buy, you wouldn't buy. And then suddenly shoots up. It shoots up 173%. That's why I'm accumulating just now XRP and I'm not worried about the price. I'll just continue to accumulate. I'm fine doing that. There's no issue at all doing that. And I'll just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And then when it does shoot up, obviously I'll sell off some, take some profit off the top and keep the rest. So this for me is an accumulation zone. Although if you're looking to get in just now, you wouldn't be buying in just now. Again, you'd be looking at the hourly or the 15-minute to buy in. That's on the 15 minutes. So even on the 15 minutes, it crossed down over at 6,458. So that was telling you that was a signal to sell at 6,458. But if you look at this little spike, kind of goes down. It doesn't look like a buy. Then at 6,000, it jumps up to 6,320, which is only 5%. But that's the thing with XRP, when it goes, it really goes. It just blows up. Very unexpected. HXRP Han, thank you. My pleasure, mate. My pleasure. Peggy Johnson's been raining here today. Where are you, Peggy? Be interesting to see where you are. Peggy John, Scotland is beautiful. It's stunning. It's stunning. Honest Crypto, I'm still sunburned from Easter Sunday barbecue. Excellent, mate. Excellent. It was a scorcher yesterday. Crypto Cat, I am in Scotland. Oh, where are you, Crypto Cat? So you're somewhere else in the world. I thought you were in Scotland. I donated today. Steve, also, you mind if we take a look at Encash? Encash has not been doing really good of late. It's kind of gone down. So I've not looked into the news on kind of what it's doing, what the company are doing, what the project is doing. So if we look at its all-time low just now, so you'd think at some point it's going to bounce back up. And you think at some point you're just going to say see 100% rise in this, because you could easily see 100% rise from 36 to 72. It wouldn't represent a huge jump. So 72 would be around about here, and it's not a huge jump. So 100% rise, but I don't know the news. I don't know what's happening with the Encash just now. I know there was kind of bad news months and months ago. They kind of got over that. But it's still going down, and it's at its all-time low just now. So does this represent a good opportunity, or is it like catching a falling knife, thinking this is the lowest it's going to get? Because you'd have thought round about here at 47.50 that was the lowest it was going to get, but nope, it just kept on going down to 36. But at some point, if the project is okay and there's no bad news round about it, it's just going to bounce and go up 100% and then come back down. So from a TA point of view, it doesn't look good at all. From a TA point of view, you'd be waiting on some kind of crossover on a daily or at least a 4 hourly, and there's not been that much. There was a crossover, can hear it 45 up to 54, but small jumps like this represent 20% opportunities. So coins like this are good to trade, but we need to look at the fundamentals of it as well if you're looking for the long term. Stephen King, thank you very much for the £5 donation, mate. Really appreciate that. I was surprised when I get donations, so thank you very much for that. Mark Innes, hello CYT crew, good to see you, Mark. Peggy Johnson, Pacific Northwest USA, excellent. And you've got rain. Odessa, Ukraine for CryptoCat. We've got people from all over the world. This is brilliant. This just to see where people are. Dent and Pundy are killing me. Dent and Pundy. Really, honestly, James, I totally feel for you, mate, because I really thought these were just going to jump up as well. And the thing is, they are. Because you know if you sell Dent or Pundy, they're just going to double in price and go up 100%. That's why holding on to Dent and Pundy, because they seem really good projects, they're making money, they've got a product out, they're actually making partnerships, they're doing partnerships and deals with other people. You just think it can't not kind of go up, but it just keeps on going down. So I don't and maybe it is just because of all the swaps I've had of the coins and that, they're going to FX and stuff like that as well and just swapping over. Maybe it is something to do with that, and people are just going, this is too much hassle, this. But Dent is not. Dent is a different animal altogether, and that's its lowest point ever as well. So again, Dent at some point you just think, well, this could double, but again, catching a falling knife. And we've been in and out of Dent at all different prices as well. So yeah, I don't understand it with them too at all. So I can understand your frustration there, James. B, Encash are in serious trouble with shop SMS system not arriving. Is that what it is? So once they get that sorted out, that could be the catalyst for it moving back up. So these prices, if they do get that sorted out and they look as if they are going to get sorted out and the team is looking okay, I don't know if there's been team changes, but if the team still kind of looks okay and they're going to get the problem sorted and hear what they're saying, I take it they've had AMAs as well. That'd be quite interesting to hear what they've got to say. Got to go for 5. Mafia just showed up. Mervyn Skidmore is pretty here too. Says Peggy. That's in Northwest USA, Pacific Northwest. Stephen King here, most days listening with an earpiece whilst working on trucks. Love the content as always. Brilliant, Stephen. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. I know you've been here for a long time, kind of watching as well, as have a lot of you as well, and I really appreciate that. I know it's not a big channel. It's grown ever so slightly, but it's cool. Somebody sent me an email. I need to check it out. Somebody sent me an email the other day, or sent a message just to say they sent me an email to grow the channel. So I need to check that out. Whoever that was, I can't remember, but I've not checked it out yet. It's just been manic here, really manic, with trying to get into business again, trying to do the house up, the flat up. It's going to take at least another month. So we're kind of out of sorts just now. But yeah, I appreciate your support, Stephen, for all these months that you've been listening as well. Really appreciate it. G-Slick is in the house. Welcome to you. Mervyn Skidmore, my mother-in-law, actually, but it's roughly the same. Crypto Cat still rising, 14.14%. Obviously, that's jumping up. Is it going to show it? It's not going to show it there. I don't think it'll show. So this is Aurora coin we're looking at. See, it's not showing it updated just now, 22nd of April. So it's not updating there, but it's jumping up. Kig, $5 donation. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Kig, and thank you as well for your support and your donations as well. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. If you put your Dent coins on the Dent app, you get discounts on your call and recharge data as well. That's from G-Slick. Thoughts on TNT? TNT, we've not looked at TNT. So that's on the 4 hourly. We'll look on the daily, the bigger picture, the macro. So we've got long-term support at 301. So if you're going to go in, obviously you put your stop loss in maybe 297 or something like that. But that's a big drop. That's a 10% kind of drop you're talking about. At the moment, chart-wise, it doesn't look that good. Obviously, again, with TNT, you get a lot of these coins that spike up. So we've had a spike up there in January, had a spike up in February, March again, end of March, spikes up, 652 there. So TNT seemed to be one of those spikers as well, the spiker coins. And you get a lot of these, that's why it's good to kind of look at it and see, okay, this could be the bottom and the start of a rise again, and sometimes you can grab 50% over a couple of weeks because you know there's going to be a spike within a couple of weeks, hopefully. And TNT is one of those coins. But if Bitcoin does rise, TNT is going to be one of the coins a lot of people drop and they just leave it altogether. So you have to be wary of that as well. Aloysius, morning everyone. I'm so late. It's cool. It's cool. You can watch the replay if you want. Steve, please come and look at BCTP. I'll have a look at that and then we'll go to the news. I knew what you meant, by the way. It was round the wrong way, but I knew what you meant. Right, it's bouncing off the 50 EMA, so looking good from here for Block Mason. So this is on the daily, bouncing off 1198. We've got resistance at 1452 for BCPT. So it needs to get past that for it to go up to the next level in and around the kind of near the 2000 region. And it can't seem to get past that just now. It's tried a couple of times. But the good thing about Block Mason credit protocol is it's near, well, it's not near its all-time low, but it's close to its all-time low, which is 776. And you can see its all-time high is about 14,000. So about 12 times from where it is just now and close to its all-time low. So for the longer term, knowing there's a good company, there's a good project, a good team, then you wouldn't be bothered holding if it did dip even more if you bought just now. But it looks good. It's bouncing off the 50 EMA just now. On the hourly, it's probably crossed over that well before now. Yeah, it crossed over at 1127. 1183 is kind of slight pullback just now. So on the hourly, looking for a cup and handle at 1289, coming back down, but didn't quite reach that. So I would say that as a buy, but I'd say for the short term. So it's not a day trader, but I'd definitely say that was a buy just now, in my opinion. Do your own research and all that. Axel is in the house. Morning to you. Rob UK XRP Tipbot is applying for European banking license confirmed by White's Wind. I need to check that out. I'm just going to check that out just now. We'll go right. In fact, we'll go to the news just now. Thanks for the reminder there, Rob. Okay. This was. Where was the kind of first piece of news? Obviously, we've looked at the kind of Bitcoin price. But Binance completes BNB mainnet swap and opens deposits and withdrawals. And thank you very much to James, Adeb and Rob for all the news stories. There's a lot of news stories, so we'll cover them very, very quickly. So this is Binance. Obviously, it's gone into its own chain, Binance chain. So Binance has completed the Binance coin mainnet swap and has opened deposits and withdrawals. After the mainnet swap is complete, your BNB deposit addresses will change, so remember that as well. Original ERC20 BNB tokens can still be deposited to your ETH deposit address on Binance after the swap. We will automatically convert these ERC20 BNB tokens to Binance Chain mainnet BNB tokens for you. So this is a start of Binance kind of swapping over to Binance Chain. So they're coming off the ERC20, they're coming off stop using Ethereum chain, and they're going to go into the Binance chain, which is brilliant for Binance, and it's just another reason that they're going to pull up in price. This is one thing I like about CZ. Whatever you think about CZ, I like CZ. I just like his aggressive nature of kind of promoting Binance. But here's the thing as well. Look at this. So CZ, ETH can do much better than BNB. So GAT, this is on kind of Twitter. BNB is going to have a devastating effect on Ethereum and send it back to double digits. There is almost no benefit of choosing ETH over Binance Chain aside from a bit more decentralization. Projects moving to Binance Chain will receive a ton of attention, listings plus more. So this is from somebody on Twitter, and here is CZ response. I like the positivity for BNB, but we really don't have to diss any other coin. ETH can do much more than BNB in features. Let's grow together. That is what business is all about. That is what business. You don't get Justin Sun kind of doing stuff like this. You don't say stuff like, and this is how he should be kind of respecting other projects as well. And this is what CZ has done. For me, a lot of kudos to CZ for that. And this is another reason I like the guy as a person. I like his aggressiveness for Binance. I know he does. You might think he does a lot of kind of underhand things as well, and with the launchpad and everything else, but he's a businessman as well at the same time, and I really admire what he's doing just now. And I think he's grown $1 billion company, and he's doing amazing. And Binance is going to go to $100 by the end of this year. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to go to $100 very, very soon, and it's because of this guy at the helm as well. So that's how you should be doing business, in my opinion. Thomas Lee. This is Tom Lee from Fundstrat Global. Since 2015, one of the preconditions for the start of alt season is a drop in the correlation between alts and Bitcoin. This drop in correlation has started recently, lower part of the chart, and scale is inverted. So they're talking about this correlation between Bitcoin and the alts. This is a data point to suggest alt season could be underway. So correlation has fallen recently from here down to here. And they're saying the part of the alt season happening in the altcoins is this correlation between Bitcoin and altcoins dropping, and this has kind of dropped from here. Past alt seasons averaged 1100% gains. Will the next alt season be as strong as the past, given there are probably only 50 million active wallets versus 5 billion Visa MasterCard accounts? We think crypto's still early in the adoption curve, so it should be similar. So they're talking about alts. And if you're in the alts just now, they're talking about 1100% increase in some of the alts. So he's talking about it. So as the alt season started as well, Bitcoin price has literally just shot up over the last 24 hours. So it might not be alt season yet, but when Bitcoin stabilizes over the $6,000 mark, and hopefully it does, then you're going to see the alts kind of zooming up as well. Not all of them. You're going to see these spikes in a lot of the alts, like we're seeing just now in AST. So you're going to see more of that, but it's going to be less of the spikes, but big spikes for some of the alts as well. So I think it'll just cycle through all the alts and it'll just go up. Advisor to President of Russia proposes digital currency in Crimea. So an advisor to the President of Russia has proposed to adopt a digital currency in Crimea to attract investors and avoid sanctions. And this is the local news agency TASS reports on April 19th. So Sergei Glaskiev, advisor to Russian President Vladimir Putin on regional economic integration, urged the government to adopt digital money technologies to reduce cross-border barriers, and the official said at the Yalta International Economic Forum. So again, Russia has been interested in cryptocurrencies for ages to get around these kind of sanctions as well, which I would be doing as well if I was Putin as well. If I was doing this, if I ran my own country, I would absolutely be adopting cryptocurrency as well. There's more news stories, and I'll put the news stories up in the comments as well. JP Morgan expanding blockchain project with 220 banks to include payments. So, investment banking giant JP Morgan Chase is planning to expand an existing blockchain project to include settlement features as it seeks to fend off competition from payments upstarts such as TransferWise and Ripple. So could this be a direct competition to Ripple and to XRP as well, and their kind of technologies they've got, such as XRP and that. So the blockchain-based interbank international network, set up in partnership with Australia's ANZ Bank and the Royal Bank of Canada, currently allows its over 220 banking members to quickly address payments that contain errors or get held up for compliance issues, problems that can take weeks to solve with multiple banks being involved across the payments chain. So the Financial Times reported Sunday that John Hunter, head of global clearing at JP Morgan, said the IIN is fast developing and that the bank is looking at the ability to do more at the point of settlement. So when you read into it more, it doesn't look like any kind of direct competition to kind of Ripple, XRP or anything like that. It doesn't look like any competition to it, but it could be just a start of something much bigger as well. But I still believe that the banks are too insular, and they're not going to, the likes of kind of some of the bigger banks are not going to adopt a JP Morgan coin if they kind of brought that out or use their blockchain or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen still. I just think there's too much greed and too much kind of insularity. I don't even know if that's the word. Insularity, is it? Insularity. But they're very insular anyway, the banks, so I don't think there's any threat there, but it could be the start of something. Bitcoin price climbs above 5,500 to reach 5-month high. We've kind of seen that. Thought this was interesting as well, the Hornet Fox. So 2010, this is talking about Bitcoin, it's too difficult. 2014 is too risky. 2018 is too expensive. 2022 is too late. So talking about holding Bitcoin. So you need to hold some Bitcoin as well. So I thought that was quite interesting. I thought it was quite funny actually. Tyler Jenks, you'll know Tyler Jenks if you've seen kind of Tyler Jenks with Tone Bays as well. I've spoken a lot with Tone Bays. So he's got, okay, I've not changed my mind that the final bottom for Bitcoin will be $1,000 or lower with almost certainty, 99%. I only have 80% confidence that 3,180 was the bottom. The question asked, because we could hit a series of lower lows than run up before heading lower. So this is Tyler Jenks. So some of the comments are quite funny actually. Hey guys, 100% sure Bitcoin will move in some direction, 80% sure it'll go up, 80% sure it'll go down, 50% it'll stay the same, but I'm 120% sure Tyler Jenks is a kind of moron. But I just thought that was quite funny. So this is Tyler Jenks. He's not retracting what he's saying, but he's kind of going back from what he's saying just now. But not really. But he is, but not really. Rhythm Trader, and this is on Twitter. The crypto bull run has already started. Prices since last year: Ravane up 380%, Engine Coin 382%, BNB 303%, HOT 180%. So it's looking at all these coins that have jumped up and by the massive percentages as well. So they're talking about the alt season kind of starting, and the crypto bull run as well. I thought this was quite good. 1.6 billion in gold versus 1.6 billion in Bitcoin. Now this is 1.6 billion in gold. 1.6 billion in Bitcoin. Is that a Trezor they're using? Yeah. I've seen that already. So we've gone through this. Here's why crypto traders are banding altcoins to bullishly buy Bitcoin. So they're talking here, saying, will Bitcoin dominate? They're talking about the kind of TA point of view, looking that it's going to go up as well. Based on daily fractal, we should get another chance to buy BTC at 4,600, 4,800 levels before the next run to 6,800. Similarities in both candles and volumes. So they're doing a TA on this, and they still think it's going to drop, but it could really. The volume is still not there, by the way. The volume is still nowhere near as it has been in the past, but it's getting there. So I'll post this story as well. So this is about TA. And saying this is why people are abandoning the altcoins just now, which is kind of obvious as well. Professor launches campaign to donate $1 million in cryptos to Venezuelans. So Steve Hank, Professor of Applied Economics at Johns Hopkins University and advisor to former Venezuelan government, Rafael Caldera, has launched a humanitarian campaign tagged Airdrop Venezuela, which is aimed at donating $1 million in cryptocurrency to 100,000 Venezuelans by August. Is it 2000? I don't know what that is. 2019? Can't be. So I thought this was quite interesting. This is a kind of philanthropic. Well, it's not philanthropic because it's not using his own money, but humanitarian kind of project that he's kind of putting out, and obviously it's going to get a lot of press as well, because it's in crypto as well. So it's a humanitarian by Steve Hank. Thought it was quite interesting. They're looking to raise $1 million to give to 100,000 Venezuelans. 60,000 residents have reportedly signed up for the program, and Hank says the platform has raised $272,000 so far, which is brilliant. Nobody shares Bitcoin quite like the International Monetary Fund. So Bitcoin proponents thank IMF again. The International Monetary Fund may have accidentally delivered its biggest advertisement for Bitcoin yet, as it argues for negative interest rates. So this is kind of Bitcoin proponents thanking IMF again. We've seen this news story a couple of weeks ago about the IMF saying that they needed to kind of start using kind of Bitcoin. So they said here, in a cashless world there would be no lower bound on interest rates. A central bank could reduce the policy rate from say 2% to -4% to counter a severe recession. The interest rate cut would transmit to bank deposits, loans and bonds without cash. Depositors would have to pay the negative interest rate to keep their money with the bank, making consumption and investment more attractive. This would jolt lending, boost demand and stimulate the economy. So again, this is another kind of boost for the Bitcoin kind of proponents. That's what they're saying here. I've seen this from Kukla as well. I think Kukla had sent this in the pre-group. Owning a Warhol, how Bitcoin could change the art world. So I thought it was quite an interesting kind of story as well. So British artist David Hockney smashed records last year when his portrait of an artist, Pool with Two Figures, sold at an auction for nearly 90 million. Not a single dollar from that sale went to the artist himself. Hockney sold the original artwork in 1972 for $18,000, leaving subsequent owners to reap the enormous rewards of its increase in value. So one Singapore-based company hopes to change sales like this forever by using blockchain technology to allow artists to retain an interest in their work even as other investors buy into it. So this is about tokenizing artwork. This is where it's going. So we can start tokenizing artwork on the blockchain as well. We can tokenize anything really. We can tokenize real estate, we could tokenize cars, we could tokenize loads, well, everything really. You could tokenize yourself, and that's what I think the world is coming to. Some people could own a part of you in the future on the blockchain. How crazy does that sound? It sounds really crazy, but I think that's what's people are going to do that. So imagine somebody saying, okay, for me, for example, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to give out 100 million or 1 million tokens, and you can buy the tokens for I don't know, $20 or something, and making me $20 million, be valued at $20 million. But it's going to be crazy. The things that are going to happen on the blockchain and things like this, like tokenizing artwork, doesn't seem that far away, and it's kind of happening just now. Things are starting to happen just now, and I think in the social media world, we're going to start seeing tokenization of actual people, and we're going to start to see that as well. Although how quite that would work, I don't know, but I think that's going to happen as well. And I just thought this is kind of the start of it, tokenizing artwork. So thanks for that story as well. Okay, we'll go back to crypto bubbles. What's happening? Aurora coin still rising, 9.82%. It's turning kind of reddish. LRC down as well. We'll look at LRC. A lot of people, that was a call of the day. I've not got a call of the day today. Obviously, the Bitcoin price going up, I'm not going to kind of risk that for you just now. But we've got Loopring, 1186 has gone down to. Right, so we're getting down to these kind of figures, the 1,000, where the kind of long-term support is. So we've got long-term support here for Loopring. This is where we'd start to look at the fundamentals as well as the TA. From a TA point of view, it doesn't look as if Loopring is going to come back up anytime soon, so you'd have to look at the 15-minute to get back into it if you wanted to try and get back into it. But we'd have to look at the fundamentals and say, okay, is this a long-term play then? And keep holding it for the long term, or cash in and just go into Bitcoin. Or USDT, but at the moment it'd be Bitcoin. Okay, go back to the chat, see what's happening. Oh, that's how we got started on the news. So XRP Tipbot, what time are we on? 9:24. So this is the story that Rob has just kind of shared. There's definitely going to be a big turnaround in the XRP ecosystem as XRP Tipbot moves to get a banking license at White's Wind. The Cerebral founder of XRP Tipbot made this announcement at the XRP meetup yesterday, in which featured bigwigs in the XRP community. The detail of White's Wind's talk at the XRP meetup in Netherlands on 20th of April was shared by Tiffany Hayden, distinguished XRP lover who also attended the programme. The big news from yesterday's XRP meetup is that White's Wind is in the process of obtaining a banking license for the XRP Tipbot. XRP Labs is going to bridge the legacy network. Yep, it's definitely coming for XRP. There's no doubt in my mind that XRP is going to explode someday, and to me these prices for XRP are just accumulations. And a lot of people are going to be kicking themselves saying, oh shit, why didn't I get at these prices? But it's coming down to that 4,000 level again, where we first started speaking about XRP back in September. I kept on saying, even though it was going down, it's going to explode, and it went up about 200% or 300%. 167%, I do apologise. Went up 167%, and I think it's the same is going to happen very soon. But these prices, with it going down, I will just be accumulating. Thanks for that story, Rob. STE25, considering spreading a bit of XRP holding into other assets, though you know what that will trigger. Yes, as soon as you do that, the XRP price is going to go up. Just like I think Kin will get better after token conversion, that will be in Stellar platform. I think you're right as well. So Kin is obviously kind of transferring over just now. Where is it? Where the hell? There we go. Kin, and we'll do ETH. 29 Gui just now. It has been a lot lower than that, but I still think it'll go a lot higher as well. Rob Fiddler is in house, good morning to you. Olo Bramblebert is in, good morning to you. CryptoCat Ukraine will embrace crypto by 2021. I dominate today. JP Morgan coin is built on the Ethereum blockchain. So they need to get their own kind of chain or their own mainnet so for anything to happen. And I would imagine they would do that. I don't understand why they do it on the kind of Ethereum blockchain. Mohammed Khan, please suggest some alts and seasons. Yeah, I wasn't going to do the call of the day today, so I'm not going to do that. So there's a lot of them. Just look on kind of Binance. We can see some rising just now. In the premium group, obviously, I'm going to make a few calls as well. But you can see there's only just over one page in the green just now, because a lot of people are still selling out and getting into BTC. Is that a good idea to do that? Of course it is. You need to have some kind of Bitcoin. Definitely start holding some Bitcoin and accumulating Bitcoin at these prices. Just dollar cost averaging. If you've been doing that over the months, then you should be sitting pretty just now. Steve, if you made $3 million, would you still buy Bitcoin? If I made $3 million, yes, I would. Definitely. Especially if I made $3 million. If I made $3 million on crypto or just in the business or something, yes, I definitely would buy Bitcoin. Crypto Dread, hi, good morning to you. Good to see you, buddy. Crypto Cat, IMF are a shower of vultures. World would be a better place without IMF, World Bank, etc. Totally agree. BTC is moving. Yep, it is. We've seen that just now. 5575. Peggy Johnson, I'm not for sale. LOL. I keep hearing great things about Manetha. Thought, Steve. Manetha, I was heavily invested in them before. Made a lot of money, but out of them just now. But Manetha, if you think of MCO, and Manetha being kind of similar to MCO and what they're trying to do, but with a much lower market capitalization. So this could be one of the ones that can explode as well, and we see. And I was holding for the long term for me. I held it for months and months and months, and then I kind of sold out. Once it started moving back up a wee bit, made a lot of money from it, but kind of sold out once the price started moving down again. But could represent a brown buying opportunity. I think they're on about 8 million market cap or something. What are they just now? MTH. Yeah, 8 million market capitalization. And I do like them, what they're doing. And I've liked them kind of from the beginning. It's just where they can execute on what they're looking to do as well. So yeah, I do like them. Digi Assets will be out soon for tokenizing. Excellent. B, anyone want to buy me for 10 quid? See, so you might be worth so much more in the future, and you're selling yourself for 10 quid. You're selling yourself short. NCC thoughts. So we're on the last run. Eurochain. Haven't looked into it, but I've heard about it. So I don't know too much about it, but I have heard about it. 2 million. You'd obviously have to look at the team as well. 19,000 volume. So these could be, it's on Huobi Global as well. So these could be some of the hidden gems that are going to come up very soon as well. So definitely worth looking at a lot of these. But I don't know too much about it, if I'm being honest. Just like Crypto Don Juan, I'm for sale. And tokenized Crypto Don Juan. It's going to happen. It definitely is going to happen. You're going to be able to tokenize. So you're going to be able to tokenize the likes of PewDiePie. So people will buy into him. So they own a piece of the PewDiePie kind of brand, if you will. I don't know what they get back for that, but they can start trading kind of PewDiePie as well, PewDiePie tokens, or CYT tokens. You can start trading the brand for CYT. I don't know why you'd want to, but you know what I mean. But it is going to happen, and it might have started happening already. Okay, we'll go back to Binance, see what's happening there. In fact, we'll just have a look at some of the coins on Binance. Yeah, it's now one page here. So Fun is moving up. Coming up off this bottom. So it could be a good buy for Funfair at these prices as well. So this is on the daily. Looks like it's going to jump up. So yeah, things like Funfair. So you know Funfair, if you've kind of looked into, you know, if you've been doing your due diligence, and you say they've got a brilliant team, they've got a brilliant project, they've got a good use case, they're actually being kind of adopted. They've got wallets open, how many active wallets, and just look at all of that, and then you start buying at these kind of low prices as well. Even though kind of Bitcoin is going to go up, because once Bitcoin stabilizes, they're also going to come back in. So this is when to look for the kind of bargains. One thing I like to do as well, I don't know if you kind of do this as well, but go to coincheckup.com, and if you're buying on a specific exchange, then this is good from that point of view. So CoinCheckup, it's changed. They've changed the kind of platform. They used to have a filter in there. Where's the filter? Oh, there it is. I don't know if that's because filter coins. So I'm not seeing it in the Brave browser. I don't know if that's anything to do with the Brave browser, but I'm not seeing it properly. So select exchanges. I'm going to go to Binance. And we'll click on there. Can't see it. I'll get rid of that. I'm going to go to market cap. This is on Binance. A lot of these are not on Binance, like Limo Chain. You know what that is. Kind of Hypnoxis as well. So then we start looking at the market capitalizations, and then we can start looking at, if you're just trading on Binance, for example, you could do this with Bittrex as well. You could do it with KuCoin, you could do it with Huobi, or whatever kind of exchange you're on, whatever is your exchange choice. So we'd go to the likes of Modem. Been taken off up there. So that's obviously not on. Where was it? CoinCheckup. ClubCoin's not on. Hydro Protocol, I don't think. There you go. So it's saying there's a lot on here that's not actually on. I don't think they were on, a lot of them. So Wings is obviously on at 4.93 million. Right, what's going on here? There's waves I'm thinking of. Chatcoin, stable USD. Luna is on at 6.47. Right. Loon, that one is there. So just to give you an idea and just say, okay, and you look at this and look at the market capitalization, then you start looking at the team. The lower the market capitalization, obviously the better, because you're finding kind of hidden gems, and you can get hidden gems actually on Binance as well. People that, or coins or projects that people have forgotten about, but they're still good projects, they're still doing good things in the background, they're still moving on, they're still reaching their goals, still got a good team, blah, 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 and you have to do your due diligence probably every couple of months, if not more than that, and start looking at these, the likes of Luna. Luna has only, if you look at what they've got as well, so 6.5 million market capitalization, circulating supply is only 2.2 million, total supply is 2.7 million. So you can see this could easily get to kind of $50 if it's a good team, if it's a good project, and you've looked into it again, and you could say, well, why are people not buying it? They're just not into it just now. But if it got to $50, the market capitalization wouldn't be that high. It'd only be sitting at 300 million or something. What would it be? 10 times 6, 120, be 120, 150 million market cap, which is still small if it went to 50 million. If it went to $50. So these are the types of things we have to look for when we're looking at that, if we're going to kind of just look on Binance, for example. So there's a lot of them that I don't know why CoinCheckup have not kind of updated these, but there's a lot that are not on anymore. Stock, Yo-Yo, 7.13 million, Ether Party, 7.13, Ambrosis. Ambrosis looks a good one as well, actually, for the longer term. So AMB, and that says all-time low just now. So people are obviously selling off to get into Bitcoin, so it's one of those coins that people are just going to sell off. So these are the ones you'd be looking at and just saying, okay, I need to wait on this and get a kind of buying opportunity, and then start buying into it and accumulating it as well. If you do your due diligence and kind of start looking at the team and what they've been up to lately. So that's the only thing, because so many things can change, with BAB. A lot of things have changed over the last couple of months. So earlier on last year, I was saying BAB get into, but BAB is looking fantastic. Looks as if it's going to get the license, etc. Didn't happen by December. Red flags started going off. People started leaving. Kind of main players started leaving in BAB, and then you think fundamentally things have changed a lot fundamentally. And that's why you start to say, okay, that's why you have to do your due diligence every couple of months. Don't just hold a coin and just keep it for a year without researching it again. You have to go back and back again. Manetha was another one as well. You kind of go back and look at that and see what they're doing. They're still updating all the time. That's why it still looks good. So Manetha is one of those ones. So this is what we have to do kind of here as well. But look at the market capitalization. Psychologically, really on paper, it shouldn't matter at all, the market capitalization. It should not really matter at all about that. But psychologically, this is what people are going to be looking at as well once they start learning. This is one of the basics that they're going to start learning when they get into crypto, is the market capitalization. Everybody's going to drum that into them. So when people look at that, obviously psychologically, we have to look at it as well from a trader's point of view. So, but it shouldn't really matter on paper what the market capitalization is. So Ambrosia could be 5 billion and it shouldn't really matter. Obviously it's going to affect the price, but we have to look at that from a psychological point of view as well, because that's what other people or newbies are going to be looking at as well. But does it matter? Not really, to be honest, but we still have to look at it. So it does matter from that point of view. Have you got your .zil domain yet, mate? I haven't. No, I'm not seeing the point. That was the thing. I'm not seeing the point in having because it's like having a .net domain, .com domain, .co.uk, .scot domain. So I'm not seeing the kind of advantage of having a .zil domain name. I'd buy tokens for a share in some artwork like housing. Don't know housing. SPND, thoughts similar to MCO. SPND. There's a few ones that are like that. Spendcoin. I looked at this a couple of months ago. It wasn't a couple of months ago. I looked at this last month as well, and I don't know why I looked at it. So 8 cents just now. It was 78. I think it was at 78 cents. That was back in February. It was only a couple of months ago. So I don't know why I looked at this. Why did I look at this before? Yeah. You can spend anywhere. Access, speed, utility, liquidity. Yeah, so I did put this on. So I've got a list. First round microcaps, second round microcaps, third round microcaps. So if it's on the first round, obviously I'm looking at it. I don't know if Spendcoin was on there. Second round microcaps, that means I've looked into further. There's not many in there at all. Third round, there's nothing in there at the moment. I think. Nope. So there's loads in the kind of first round. So you can see, I don't know if Spendcoin's there. It's not in alphabetical order. BGogo, BGG I was looking at, COS, I was looking at Morpheus Labs, P-Chain, I was looking at loads of them. So yeah, so Spendcoin looked good. It's not a microcap, obviously 12 million, but it did look good as well. I like these ones that are challenging kind of the likes of kind of Visa and Maestro as well. Sounds like a load of Jackson Pollocks to me. I kept telling my wife I'm an asset with a great future growth potential. She says she agrees, and that's why I should start to eat less. Excellent. Show me the money. Love that. Great live as always. Thanks, Steve. Honest Crypto Johnny. Thank you, Stuart. Oh, I'm way past the time, so I'm going to have to go, but I'll just read the last of the comments. Anybody got the honeypot? Mining off your router, I'm getting one. Haven't heard of it, but I'll need to check into it. What about Lectra? No time, just running out, Peggy. Skidmore Steve, BTC about to cross over. I've never seen that. Right, 1 second. So I'm going to get rid of this. So as it crossed over, this is BTC doing the golden cross. And BTC USD. It's just crossing just now on the daily. So see the golden cross here, literally just crossing today. and this is where the 50 EMA is crossing over the 200 EMA. So we can zoom in here and we can see that cross happening right here. Thanks for that reminder. That's brilliant. So we're up to 5,555. So we've got the golden cross, just literally happened. Excellent. Excellent. That's good to see. Steve, BTC, right, that was Mervyn. Thanks for that, Mervyn. CryptoCat, one simple address, your name as opposed to current wallet addresses should make things easier and help with mass adoption. Right, so that's the point, that's the difference. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Thanks, Steve. CryptoDon1, thank you to you, buddy. Cheers, Steve Brill today. Thank you very much, mate. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. Really appreciate your comments, your chat, being here as well. I appreciate your time as well. I know you could be doing other things. Right, I'm going to start. I've got things going on today. I'm meeting with one of the kind of admins today as well. So that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. James, I'm meeting up with James later on today, so that'll be quite cool. I'll send you a photo if we get one. And that's what I'll be doing today. I'll be doing more decorating and more crypto as well. I'll be looking at that later on as well. But lots of things going on. And hopefully Bitcoin can get over the $6,000. Is it going to happen today? Might. It might do, you never know. But until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see